What's up, XRP holders? You really can't afford to look away from your screens right now with all this bloodbath we've been watching unfold these last couple of days. If I'm being totally honest, this downward spiral actually began way back on October 6th. I was genuinely praying we wouldn't officially enter bear market territory, but after seeing how dramatically the vibe has changed, my gut's telling me the absolute rock bottom is coming super fast. And just so we're clear, this is never financial advice. I'm literally just letting you peek inside my brain here. Bitcoin crashed through 86,000 a little while back. Ethereum's lounging somewhere under 2,900. And check this out, XRP tumbled beneath $2. Seriously insane stuff. Trading volume sitting at $7.15 billion. And this is all going down right after we got handed what should have been our most hype-worthy moment today. The Bitwise XRP ETF finally went live. Brad Garlinghouse actually posted about it on Twitter too. Now here's something I keep drilling into your heads from my older content. When awesome announcements that are designed to send prices to the moon arrive during a market bloodbath, guess what wins? The bloodbath. The price just does whatever the overall market's doing and totally ignores what that amazing news was meant to accomplish. Plain and simple. So that's why XRP's chilling below $2 right now. My personal opinion, XRP sliding back to those 2024 prices just isn't in the cards. Zero chance. But I totally see their playbook right now with how they're weaponizing fear and messing with everyone's heads in the market. Check this out. The Fear and Greed Index tanked 4 whole points since yesterday, putting us smack in extreme fear at 11. We haven't witnessed crypto sentiment this apocalyptic in what feels like an eternity. And you're already hip to how I operate. Those extreme greed moments when everyone's riding high, yeah, that's when I'm sitting on my hands. Terrible time to enter. Flash forward to now though, panic's got everyone paralyzed and the index is scraping rock bottom. Brother, this is when smart money moves. Let me explain my reasoning. XRP's underlying foundation is rock solid and completely unchanged. Better yet, we're actually stacking bullish catalyst after bullish catalyst that should have us fired up about the weeks and months stretching out in front of us. The money you drop on XRP at this exact moment could explode into $1,000, maybe $10,000, faster than you'd imagine. Brad Garlinghouse hit up his followers with the pre-Thanksgiving rush, shall we say turkey trot for XRP ETF, starts now. Congratulations to Bitwise on today's launch. Bitwise dropped this announcement. Milestone day for XRP. Now, understand something crucial. We're discussing an absolutely monster institutional force here. You feel me? Bitwise sits at the very top of the food chain. This morning, the Bitwise XRP ETF began trading on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol XRP. With today's launch, investors have a new convenient way to get spot exposure to XRP. The crypto asset's looking to disrupt the $250 trillion market for global payments. Why is XRP intriguing? One of the longest running crypto assets, 13 plus years. The XRP Army, a super passionate community of supporters. $125 billion market cap, going after a huge opportunity, cross-border payments and tokenization, operating in a crypto-forward regulatory environment with the chance to fully unlock its potential. Through crypto's ups and downs over the past decade plus, XRP has shown great resilience and played a key role in crypto's move to the mainstream. We're thrilled to launch XRP today and contribute to the next step of the journey. Pay attention, everyone. We're dealing with Bitwise right here. Legitimately one of the absolute titans when it comes to institutional money. Call them whatever you like. Their operation is genuinely colossal, rolling out financial products and crypto funds powered by legit crypto specialists, and they're pumping nothing but optimistic vibes about their ETF dropping with decent volume backing the launch. But here's what's driving me nuts. The market's completely brushing off all this incredible news surrounding XRP at the moment. So should that trigger alarm bells telling us to flip bearish and bail on everything, particularly when you're already down? Absolutely not. That's precisely why I'm keeping it real with everyone here. Plenty of folks love running their mouths, But notice how they only crawl out during bull runs to feed you hype about XRP blasting off into orbit and maintaining that trajectory forever. So, riddle me this. Where'd everyone vanish to right now? How come there's this deafening silence blanketing the whole community? See where I'm headed with this? My reading of the situation is we're witnessing pure irrational fear combined with a correction that's totally unjustified. Though BTC hit the unlikely region based on what crypto currently posted. One analyst I'd rank among my most trusted quants on crypto Twitter didn't forecast this downturn reaching these depths, yet this is the area where we should expect the bounce. Let's see what we get. Check out this visual. Bitcoin, the godfather of the entire space, was sailing smoothly above its 50-week moving average, right? All right, so you're seeing this orange line on the chart. We're basically knocking on the door of the 200-day moving average right now, or the exponential moving average, EMA, however you want to say it. Here's where things get interesting. Bitcoin could easily slide down to the 82, 83K neighborhood, maybe even stretch to 84. If that happens, we're still chilling in this unlikely zone we've already dipped our toes into. Best case, we plant our feet there, find something solid to stand on, and rock it back up. Now the scary part? There's always a chance we tumble into very unlikely, that 60 to 75K stretch. And hey, if we somehow faceplant into this good luck region, you know something absolutely wild just happened that dragged the whole market off a cliff. But between you and me, I just don't see us nosediving past unlikely, that red line sitting there. So here's exactly what I'm doing. I'm laser focused on Bitcoin's next move. Wherever it decides to park itself, or the second it even brushes against this spot, see my cursor right here? That's my green light. I'm scooping up my go-to altcoins, XRP definitely on that list, and trust me, you're going to watch that position stack up, right? What's this all mean for where we're headed? Let's talk about what's actually going down right now. Check out the headlines we're seeing. Yahoo Finance just posted this gem. Analyst warns from the street, Bitcoin could drop to 10,000 as price crashes to 86,000. The panic is real, folks. People are straight up freaking out. I've stumbled across some articles making the rounds online that were so ridiculous, I refused to even put them on my screen. I'm talking wild predictions like XRP crashing to 10 cents, maybe even 1 cent. It's pure speculation at this point. Anyone can pull numbers out of thin air and call it analysis. Now look, today's US jobs report did drop, and sure, the data wasn't quite what the market anticipated. Everyone was banking on a much weaker report because that would have kept the Fed's rate cuts rolling. But hold on, this isn't some apocalyptic moment. Here's what you need to keep in mind right now. Crypto isn't the only thing getting hammered. Traditional stocks are feeling the pain too. Q4 has this reputation where, unless we've got quantitative easing, pumping things up, and solid macroeconomic fundamentals backing everything, these types of corrections tend to show up and push prices lower. So where do I stand on all this? Am I panic selling my XRP? Zero chance. Will XRP actually hit 1 cent? Come on now, that's not happening. Do I lose sleep worrying we'll crash through 176, that critical level we bounced off when Liberation Day hit and Trump's tariff announcement sent everything spiraling? Nope. Here's how I see it. The entire zone from 176 stretching up to $2, maybe $3 for XRP, that whole span looks like prime buying real estate to me. Look, you've got to figure out what works for you because I'm certainly not your financial advisor. I'm grinding through this market just like you. I just happen to love sharing where my head's at. I've been yelling into the void about crypto for 4 straight years at this point. The roller coaster I've been on in this space has been absolutely insane. Let me give you some perspective here. Rewind to when I showed up. Tail end of 2020, bleeding into early 2021. Bitcoin was climbing, hitting $68,000, touching $69,000 at the peak. Then, boom. I'm sitting there watching it free fall to $16,000, wiping out over 85% of its value when FTX blew up spectacularly. But then the comeback? Bitcoin surged all the way to $126,000, basically giving patient holders a near 10x multiplication on their money. That's exactly where I think XRP is headed. Been glued to this coin since 2017, so I've got the receipts on how it behaves. Bear markets, bull runs, the whole 9 yards. I've seen what this asset does when things get rough. Here's the twist though. ETFs are live now. Big institutions have skin in the game. Those factors create actual support structures that weren't there before, meaning we're not going to see those gut-wrenching plunges we used to endure. Oh, and the SEC nightmare? Completely over. When I look at the entire crypto landscape right now, this feels like one of the clearest, most obvious setups available. Anyway, that's my 2 cents for today. Seriously appreciate you tuning in and rolling with me on this journey. Keep stacking smart, stay focused on your strategy. I'll see you in the next video.